Hi everyone, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, very good morning.
Good morning.
Okay. So yesterday, those who have not attended, we are just looking into the RFQ process. Okay. So in the RFQ process, we have seen the RFQ configuration process. Just hold on 1 minute. So basically in the RFQ process, we have seen couple of things. So in the configuration, we have seen the number ranges, how we can create the number range, and we have seen the document type and the field selection for the document type. Okay, so we have seen these things. After that, we have created a request for quotation, and now we will be sending or printing that RFQ to the vendor. Okay. Now for your reference who are not there in the yesterday's class, so we'll create one more request for quotation, and then we will be going for transmitting the request for quotation. Okay. So now let's say we will be going to logistics. Here we'll be going to material management. Here we will be going to purchasing. Here we will be going to RFQ and quotation. Here we will be going for request for quotation ME41. Okay. So now here we will be taking the RFQ type. So this is basically the document type. Okay. And here you can take the language key. Here you can say the RFQ date. Here you can maintain a quotation deadline, and you have to enter a purchasing organization and a purchasing group. Okay. So now let's say, so we'll be taking IT10. Here we'll be taking PT10. Here ZP1 deadline. Let's say we'll be taking this one. Okay. So now you can create a purchase requisition with respect, sorry, you can create a request for quotation with respect to purchase requisition or with respect to any kind of outline agreement is there. Outline agreement means a contract or a scheduling agreement. So based on that also you can create a you can create a request for quotation, or you can create it manually also. Okay. So without anything also you can enter this thing and just hit on enter. It will create a manual. Okay. It will create a request for quotation. Now we are going to create it with respect to purchase requisition. So you have to click on this one. Click on this one. Take this one. Click on OK. Now you can see there are two line items are there. Okay. So you can select this one. Click on adopt. Okay. So now here you can see this is the quotation deadline. This is the delivery date. These are the deadlines. Okay. And here you can go to the header section. Okay. Now in the header section there is a collective number is there. So collective number is basically, so let's say if you are going to, for this material, for the material we are sending the, we are asking for the quotation. For that one, let's say we are having multiple vendors. Okay. So for that multiple vendors we are sending different quotation. So either you can compare based on the quotation number, or you can give a same collective number to every quotation. Then you can compare based on the collective number. Okay. Whatever collective number you are giving, based on that, whenever you are going to comparison, there you can just enter the collective number, and all the related quotations will be compared. Okay. So if this is a let's say optional field, so you can leave it. If it is a mandatory field, then you can enter some of the things. Okay. So it is basically a numerical number. You can enter anything from 0 to 1000. You can enter anything. Okay. So basically this is the collective number. And if you want to give a validity start and validity end period, you can maintain it. Okay. So now here also the reference data like salesperson telephone number, if you are maintaining this in the vendor section, so it will be getting copied to here. Okay. Now let's, here let's click on the supplier address. So now here you are having a field for supplier. So now if you select on the supplier, let's say. Okay, so we are having here, we are having this 394 and 399 for our company or our for our plant. Okay, so we have created it for 399, so now we will be creating it for this one. Just hit on enter, it will automatically take the addresses from here. Okay, so now let's go back. Now we have to click on messages. So in the messages we have to enter the output type. So this is output type, is basically how we are going to send the this request for quotation to the vendor. Okay, now hit on enter. Now just click on save. Okay, we'll go to communication, we'll go to further data. So here you have to select, let's say select this thing and go back. Then you have to select this one, click on communication method. Here you have to give a logical destination. Okay, okay, for the output also, I'm just let me just tell you. So, what are the output type? How it can be configured? It is a separate full session will be there. Okay, later on we'll be looking into it. But right now, this is the standard output type. Okay, standard output type. So if you go to the drop down here, you can see NU is for RFQ, ABSA is for quotation rejection, MAHN is for reminder. So if you want to give a request for quotation, then you have to select output type NU type. If you are going to reject that vendor, then you have to enter a message type ABSA. Okay, so that the rejection letter format will be picking up. MAHN, if you are selecting MAHN, then you can send a reminder to the vendor. Okay, so we have selected or we have maintained some of the reminders there, so you can select the reminder message type also. Okay, so this is basically medium is print output. You can select any of it. There are 7 outputs are there. Okay, 7 8 type of outputs are there. So here you can see print, fax, telex, external send, EDI, simple mail, special function, events, then there will be ALE, then there will be task will be there. Function will be vendor function, till to whom this let's say order is going to send. Either you can send it to the vendor, or if there is any kind of ordering address or any other let's say partner functions are available, so you can maintain that partner function also. Okay, so this is the partner number. Language is by default English, but let's say if you are working in any kind of a real-time scenario, then let's say there will be customers will be situated at different places, so for them you have to maintain their language. Let's say someone is in the Spain, so you have to make it as Spanish. Someone is in the Germany, then you have to make it as German. Okay, so language is selection, you have to do it accordingly. Okay, now if we go to the further data, here there is dispatch time, means how the messages will be triggered. So there are 4 types of dispatch time is there. First one is periodical job, so you have to create a periodical job. So how we can create a job, that is a later section, we'll be looking into it sometime other time. Or if you are interested for a job scheduled job, so you can just go to the YouTube and you can just check in our channel. So there is a background job recently uploaded. Okay, next one is sandwich job with some additional time specification. So let's say you are saying that okay, the background job is there, but I need to run it after the RFQ has been created, after 15 minutes or 30 minutes, let's say the job should run. So that is with additional time specification. Next one is, let's say, send with own transaction. So if it is own transaction, then after you are doing the, let's say, saving this application, then you have to then you have to send it. Okay, so let's say we'll select this one. So last one is send immediately when saving the application. So whenever you are saving the application, let's say this purchase order document, purchase request for quotation document you are saving, at that point immediately it will be triggering the output. So last thing, Our last request for quotation we have seen send immediately. So right now we are just selecting this one so that we will be looking into the transaction how we can send it. Okay, now let's go back. Now let's save this one. Okay, so now our request for quotation has been created. 76 000 000, so 703. Okay, so now we have created two quotations. Okay, we have sent two requests for quotation. Now, okay, not sent to, so one request for quotation we have already sent. Now we have to send this request for quotation. So how you can send this request for quotation? The T code is ME9A. Okay, you can go to /o ME9A. Okay, so here you can see this is the document number, this is the purchasing organization, this is the purchasing group. Here you can see the application type is EA is basically for the purchasing. Here you can check in the drop down. EA is purchasing RFQ, EF is for purchasing purchase order. Okay, so these are the type of documents are there. Okay, sorry, applications are there. So these are type of application. Now what is the message type? Message type we have NEU, right? So we have to enter NEU. Now here you can see the processing status. So processing status, what is the processing status? So let's say if it is processed, not processed, or wrongly processed. So similarly, there are three status here. So here you can see 0. If the message is not processed, then you can select a 0. It will process a message. If it is successfully processed and again you want to process a new thing, then you can select the second one. If it is wrongly processed, like the message is in error, now you want to reprocess this message, so you can select this second number. So details we'll be looking into it in the output determination process. At that point of time we'll be looking into in the details. Okay, so right now we can select 0 and click on execute. Now here you can see this line is coming. Select this one, click on output message. Now you can see there is a tick mark is coming, message has been outputted. Okay, so now this message has been outputted. So now let's check in the messages if this has been outputted or not. /n ME42 will go. So this one, just enter, click on messages here. So here you can see it is showing as green. That means it has been processed. If you select this one and click on processing log, you can see this is the processing log for the RFQ. So it has been printed. This is the spool request number. Okay, by which the document has been printed. Okay, so now this is all about our RFQ creation. Now what we need to do, we need to maintain the quotation. Now we have sent both of the quotation to the vendor. Now vendor will send us some of the prices. Okay, now we have to maintain that price. So how we can maintain that price? So we will go to ME47. Okay, this is the T code. Either you can go from here or you can go from the menu also. So there will be a maintain quotation will be there. Okay, just hold on a second. If we go to /n, so here you can see there is a maintain quotation is there. Sit there. Okay, okay, so this is the request for quotation. Now here you can see there is a quotation is there. So here you can see ME47 is for maintain, ME49 is for price comparison. Okay, so first we'll maintain. So double click on it. You can maintain. You can enter the RFQ number, hit on enter. Now you can select this one. Okay, sorry. Now you can see there is a net price section is there. So now let's say the vendor is saying for this material he can give it for 10 rupees. Okay, he can give it on 10 rupees. Now save this one. Okay, now another one is one, sorry, 2 is there. Okay, now this for this material this vendor is saying I can give it at 9 rupees. Okay, tolerance limit. Okay, so material management, go to purchasing. Okay, no problem. Let me check the material first. What is the price? 10 rupees is maintained, so it should not be the case. It is. Okay, so it is not there. Okay, so you can, whenever you face some of the issue, you can directly go from here also. Okay, so you can directly come to the question mark. That question mark is there, so you can just click on here, or there will be a proceed button in below here, so you can go there and you can just click on the messages, and you can, it will take you to the configuration screen. Okay, so now let's go back. Okay, so we'll be taking as 9 rupees. Okay, so now we can save this one. So now vendor has sent us the prices. Okay, and we can enter that same in the purchase, sorry, in the quotation maintenance. Okay, so maintain quotation, here we can maintain. So one more thing is there. Hmm, Okay, no problem. We'll see it sometime. Okay. So basically there is a indicator is there what we can select for the automatic creation of the let's say info record. Okay. So basically there is a info update button is there. So in that info update button you can just select the info update. Okay. Then it will be updating the existing data, or let's say it will be create, if there is no info record is there, then it will create a new data. Okay. So I believe that indicator has been moved somewhere in the S4HANA, so I'll be checking and I'll let you know where you can find it. So basically that is the quotation maintenance. Now we have maintained the quotation. Now we have to do the comparison. So till now in SAP we can only compare the vendors based on their prices. Okay. Based on other things is not possible. So we have to compare it based on the prices only. Okay. So now let's say we will be going to slash n me 49. Okay. So directly you can come here and you can put the purchase organization number. Here you can put the quotation number. Let's say I'll be putting this quotation number. Okay. So either you can take this quotation numbers from here, or you can see there is a collective number is there, collective RFQ number is there. So if you have put a single collective number for both of the quotation, or let's say there are multiple numbers are there, so you don't have to enter any number, directly enter the collective number over here. It will automatically take the list of the like whatever request for quotations are there, it will take all of the request for quotation to the consideration. Now let's click on execute. Now here you can see for this one, you can see this is the 002 is the first vendor, or this is the number one vendor, this is the number two vendor. Here you can see the rank. Okay. So it is saying the valuation is 90 rupees because we have asked for 10 quantity. So valuation is 90 rupees, price is 9 rupees, here it is showing as 10 rupees. So based on this it is saying this is a vendor with 95% of your let's say selection criteria, and this will be 105. So that's why we are taking this as a our vendor. So here you can see this is the rank. So rank one vendor will be selected, other vendors needs to be sent the rejection letter, right? So we are selecting this vendor and we will be rejecting this vendor based on the prices. Okay. Now here also one more thing you can do, what you can do, so just click on this one, right click. Just hold on a second. Okay, so I believe something has been changed in S4HANA or this server, I'm not sure. So basically, what you can do, just right click on this price. Okay. So let's say in the material master, you have maintained 9 rupees, you have maintained 10 rupees. Now here, as per the vendor or supplier, you have received a price which is lower than the material master price, or which is, you can say, this is the lower price or this is the market price. Let's say you want to maintain this as a market price. So what you can do, just right click on this one, there will be a set as market price option will be there. Okay. So you have to select this one. So whenever you send a PO or when you create a purchase order, so it will check with the market price. So what is the market price? So this is the market price against which you are going to create a purchase order. So if you are entering some other values in the purchase order, it will say that this is the market price for this material. Okay, so I'm not sure why this is not allowing to right click. So basically you can check with your server if it is allowing or not. Okay, then we can see later why this is not showing or why this is not allowing. Okay, so basically we have selected this vendor 399. This is the quotation number, and this will be the rejection quotation. Okay, so now, so here we don't have to do anything. Okay, just we have compared. Save this one, that will be it. Okay. Okay, so there will be no issue on that one. So right now what we can do, we have to send the rejection letter to the vendor. Okay, now let's go back. Now we will go again to the maintain quotation. Okay, slash n me 47. So this one is the quotation that we are selecting. We'll go to this one. Now here you can see there is a rejection indicator is there. Here you can see this is a rejection indicator. Select this one. Now you have to go to the messages. Here in the messages you have to enter ABSA. This is the rejection. Same you can take the print output VN, then take this EN, hit on enter. Now you can go to further data. Okay, select send immediately. Okay, now just go back, click on communication method, go back, and now save this one. So now here you can see maintain. Just go inside it, go to the messages. Now here you can see ABSA has been sent. Okay, let's say if you want to go for manually, then let's say we'll go for ABSA print output. Let's say you want to go for manually. Let's say we'll go for further data and we'll select the own transaction. Go back, select the communication method LP01. Go back and save this one. Okay, so now you can go to the output slash n me 9a, enter the same thing. Here message type is ABSA, click on execute. Now you can see this one, select this one. Now you can click on output message. You can see the message has been output. Okay, here you can see the, if you click on this one, and you can see a trial output, or you want to see the display message. Okay, so you can see this one. Okay, so here you can see, okay, so here you can check it. You can go for a trial printout also. Okay, now wait. So you can check the display message over here. So this is the message has been sent to the vendor. Okay, so normally there will be a rejection letter or rejection would be mentioned over here, but due to this server, I believe in online server you will be facing these kind of issues. Okay, so there will be some people has been modified or something, this output type and everything, so that's why it is not showing. So basically what it will be showing, so it will be showing all of this information will be there, and here there will be a rejection will be maintained. Okay, this has been rejected based on the, let's say, price criteria, or let's say any other criteria. So right now we are selecting based on the price, so you can maintain based on the price criteria. This has been rejected. Okay, so now this is all about your request for quotation. So able to understand, or any doubts or any questions are there?
No doubt, sir.
Understood, sir.
Okay, so this is all about purchase. So this is all about your request for quotation. Okay, so this is how you can create a quotation. You can create a request for quotation, or you can ask for quotation. Then once they are sending the quotation, you can maintain it in ME47. Okay, then in the ME49, you can compare it and you can check what is the number one supplier is there. You can select it, and you can see it what is the number one supplier, and the other suppliers you have to send a rejection letter to them. Okay, so now we have selected the vendor. Now next, what we will do, so based on this process quotation comparison, we find out that 399 vendor is the vendor to whom we are going to send the purchase order. Now next process is we are going to create a purchase order. Okay, so in the tomorrow's class we'll be looking into the purchase order and purchase order creation. Okay, what are the configuration, what are the requirements are there, able to understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so try to practice this scenario. If you are facing some of the issue or any challenges, just let me know. Okay, in the group ping it. If anyone is practicing also, you will be able to have an idea like what kind of issues someone might face. Okay, so just discuss it in the group. If you are facing some challenges also, ping me in the group. I'll be trying to reply. Okay, so that's it for today. We'll be connecting again on tomorrow same time. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, bye everyone.